Hi everyone, Arwen from Even Star. Welcome to Monday Movie for this week. So today is another one of my silly season survival tips, and today I'm going to cover the topic of food. So before I get into that topic, I just wanted to let you know that I now have only 4 spots left in my new client list up until Christmas. So if you're ready to make some changes and start the new year heading on the right path towards improved wellbeing, then please feel free to contact me. Okay, so getting into today's topic. So it's actually 5 weeks till Christmas today. So how are you going? Is the silly season affecting your household already? Are you finding it difficult to see any blank spots in your calendar? Feeling the pressure of having to get all those presents that your children have put on their list? So I wanted to talk today about food because last week I covered sleep being one of the first things that you let go, getting good quality and getting enough sleep during this time of year. And then the second one is food. Again, getting good quality food into your system at this time of year can be a bit tricky and can be something that we tend to let go when we've got so many things going on, and a lot of the time it's a bit of a rush to get your family fed or even just get yourself fed. And we tend to, in that situation, then resort to some quick and easy options, and that can be takeaway or that can be sort of pre-prepared meals that you get from the supermarket that all they really require is for you to heat them up or perhaps to add some other basic ingredients. So what is the problem with this? Well, the problem is that these kinds of foods tend to have a lot of artificial additives. And the problem with artificial additives is that our bodies are not designed to process them. So you'll have things like colourings, flavourings, preservatives, enhancers, synthetic antioxidants, lots of things that you've probably never heard of. If you look at that list of ingredients on something that you're buying that's quick and easy, those kinds of things are going to appear in them. And these things do not provide any extra nutrients, and they're put into our food to make it look more appealing, to make it taste more appealing to the modern taste bud anyway, and also to make them faster to produce, easier to produce, and last a lot longer. So if we have a think about preservatives for a start, because this is my key bugbear, if you think about it just from a logical perspective, why would you want to put something in your body that is being added to a food to make that food last longer? Basically, what it's doing is taking the natural process of a food breaking down from outside your body where you can see it. So, for example, you can see mold growing on a piece of bread or a lump of cheese if it's too old, but it's taking it, so that's not occurring outside your body. The decay of the food, the natural decay of any food is going to occur is actually occurring inside of you instead of outside of you. Yuck. Oh. So your food is the energy that you provide your body for it to be able to perform, for it to be able to do everything you need it to do to carry you through your life. So why would you give your body something that is lower in energetic value and is potentially providing a negative energy, a toxicity into your body? It's just not a logical thing to do when you care about your well-being. And especially when you're in this high-pressure time of year where you need to be feeling as good as possible to get through everything that you have to do. So what can you do to improve the well-being of your household and avoid this kind of situation where you're consuming things that are not actually meant to go into the body? So firstly, you may need to shop more often. So if you are buying fresh food and food that doesn't have things added to it to make it last longer, you do need to shop more often. Now, many people do tend to go to the supermarket every few days anyway, so that's probably no problem. The other thing is when you are trying to buy fresh food that doesn't have things added to it, what you'll find is that you generally need to stay around the outside, like Buffalo Girls, of the supermarket. So in any supermarket in the world, the fresh stuff produce, dairy, meat, everything like that tends to be around the outside of the supermarket, and the stuff that is more processed with additives and packages is all in the middle. Secondly, read labels. So absolutely really important for avoiding anything that you don't want to consume. So that goes for sugar as well, which I'll cover in another silly season tip. But reading your labels, checking for what has been added to it, and if it's anything unnatural, then don't buy it, and especially don't buy it if it's in the top 4 ingredients, if something unnatural is in the top 4 ingredients of what you're buying. You can get a really great up-to-date list of additives that you really should avoid from a website called FeedUp, and I'll put a link to that in the comments below. Don't forget as well that even if something is called natural, so if you read ingredients and it says natural colouring or natural flavouring, a food manufacturer can call something natural even if it has the most tiny, minuscule percentage of natural flavouring, colouring, whatever it is added to it. So I would just avoid anything added, even if it's called natural. So thirdly, obviously cook and prepare food more at home. Yes, it may well take you more time, but really the bottom line is you're either going to put more time into well-being or you need to make more time at some stage for illness. So even if you're in a big rush, you've been out at night, you come home and you really need to get yourself or your children fed, there are so many quick and easy things that you can do. My biggest tip, I guess, for that is eggs are fantastic. If you have some gorgeous free-range eggs and you can just whip them up while your kids are in the shower and put them with some maybe smashed avocado on toast with some veggies. You might even want to cook up some mushrooms and things like that as well, or just with cut-up veggie sticks. That's a beautiful, delicious, nutritious meal that everybody in the family can enjoy and will really be satisfying as well. So other things are obviously toasted sandwiches if eggs aren't an option for you, and there are so many different ingredients you can add to them. The one thing I'd say about that is ham is obviously always a favourite in toasted sandwiches, so make sure that you buy one that does not have preservatives. They're not that easy to find, but there are some great brands like Gaines, which again I'll put a link below, that doesn't have any nasties added to it. And then the other option is just toast. If you have really good quality bread that has no additives, and obviously preferably wholemeal, whole grain bread, and you just want to spread that with some avocado or with some nut butter, that is just a really healthy way to make yourself feel full and satisfied. And especially if you're coming home late and you don't want a heavy meal, then that's a great way to do it, as opposed to stopping at Macca's on the way home. So I hope those tips have been useful for you. If you want any more information about what I've covered today or anything else, or you have a topic that you'd like me to cover for Silly Season Survival Tips, then please get in touch. Have a great day. Bye.